Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Out today again in my motor. Nice sunny morning today, a bit brighter, weather's a bit better. I'd like to thank everybody who's joined me on the channel in this quest to become license free like Inspector C, like I told you. It's free to do that, you know, it's nothing, nothing to worry about. To join me on this channel and support me by subscribing to the channel. 950 subscribers, another 50, and I've got 500 people. Sorry, 550 people. I've got 1,000 people. It seems a long way off when I first started the channel many years ago, a couple of years ago. Never thought I would get to that situation. Really nice bit of sun today, and obviously spring is coming. Anyway, like I say, folks, when you become license free like Inspector C, it's an option that you have got. Become two ways to go about the licensing situation with the BBC Capita. Whichever way you look at it, it's entirely up to you where you want to do it. You know, I've been through this a few times. I had a few comments over the weekend. One or two videos, some good, some bad. It's your, you don't have to disagree or agree. You know, it's entirely up to you what you think on the situation with the BBC. Whatever. Like I say, I was going to talk about something, and just my mind has just got a bit of a blank at the moment because of this sun's quite bright. It's quite a nice day. I'm just taking out Kato for his annual walk, and I just lost my track of thought, unfortunately, because I do everything here. What you see in the car, I have no real script. I should have a script because sometimes I make a gaffe, like we all do when you're doing something live. If you ever what they call a YouTube creator, I try to create something that's factual, what you all can follow and all can make your mind up whether you want to do it or not. Like I said, become license free like Inspector C, it's entirely up to you. It's all documented here on the channel, what you have to do to become license free like Inspector C. Like I say, I don't want everybody to do it, but if they do it the same way as me, it suits me. You know, that's what I say, it just suits me. Yes, it's a lovely day. Looking forward to when the better weather comes so I can have my roof down in this convertible. Always wanted a convertible, so the summer we'll be getting the roof down and taking Kato out for the beach and stuff. As I said, I was going to say something, and my train of thought's gone, but as I said before, whichever way you do it, it's entirely up to you with the TV licensing. Nothing's going to change till 2027 unless the BBC suddenly wake up and say... I did get one or two comments asking me why I didn't pay the licence and all the rest of it, and I explained to them quite discreetly and discourteously. I'm not... whether you agree to me or, like I said to you before, you don't have to agree with everything I say. I'm no angel or God or whatever laying the rules down what you've got to do. I'm not a license invader. I'm evading the license whatsoever, which the comments said, because they probably didn't read that letter there, which I've got from the BBC, of course. Well, not BBC. They send out Capita TV licensing. They employ them. There's my notification of not needing a license, and I've told them I don't need a license because I'm not watching, I'm not paying, so I don't need to pay. Thank you very much. I'm not evading anything. I'm not trying to stop paying something I don't really want to have anymore in my house. BBC channels, whatever, iPlayer, I don't watch it. Now that may change if they suddenly said, well, yeah, go subscription. I could do like I do with Netflix, anything else. You could do that with a situation like Netflix. Then I might consider subscribing to the BBC. I'm not missing out on anything. I have other means of watching programs, and that's what you do, folks. You have other ways of watching what you want to watch, when you want to watch, and how you want to watch. That's the name of the game in this day and age with streaming. They want information if you're doing it the other way, like I told you, not telling them they're not watching. They couldn't really care who's at the address and what you are, who you are, or whatever, what your name is. They'll try and ask you for a name or something. They'll come knocking on the door. Because I've been through this for a couple of years before I came license free, but they never came to my property. But as I said, you know what to do if they come knocking on your door. There's certain things you have to do, like I told you, which is the first thing is obviously if you open the door to them. I mean, you've got cameras now. You don't have to open the door to them if you don't want to. But the point is, you don't engage with them. You don't want to give them any information. You could say, yes, I'm the King of England. Or you could say, I'm Prince Charles. Yeah, Prince Charles. Yes, I'm Prince Charles. Yeah, whatever. You know, you could do, I'm, just give them a false name if you wanted to. I'm Barry Como or somebody. I don't know. You could just do whatever. You could just give them a false name. And then it doesn't really matter. They've got a name. And if you tell them a false name, it's like the police. If they ask you for your driving license, if I get pulled up in the car now and the police ask me my name and address, and I've got my license, yeah, I give them a license, and I'm not avoiding anything. The same with the BBC television. I've rang them up and told them I'm living at this address. I don't watch I'm not saying rubbish television. I'm not confining to the BBC. I'm not doing anything that I want to watch your programmes in my house anymore. So thank you very much, but I don't require a licence. £200 a year or whatever, £170 a year, but it'd be going to £200 basically with your direct debit. So I don't wish to pay it. I'm sorry, and that's it, folks. That's all you've told them. Themselves, we're losing, say £10 million a month in revenue. So they say in a year they're losing in revenue £100 million in lost revenue by people not paying anymore, and that keeps going up and going up and going up, as I've explained to you before. Now, the situation is they can't sustain this for a while. They can, but with the trend being like it is, people not paying anymore. Not just because of me or whatever, just because of people changing habits of streaming and watching what they want to do, and the younger generation, younger people, not watching BBC. Like, they don't come home from school and watch Jack and Ori anymore, like they used to do when they come home from school or do things. They've got other things like TikTok things and YouTube as well, of course, and other things. Oh, I can't remember, so many things they can watch now. So people don't watch the BBC as a set of programs, well, it's got daytime television if you're not working and stuff like that in the daytime. They got daytime television, yeah, and of course that's ITV a lot doing that. So the programming is changing to suit people's taste, styles, and how they want to pay. And if they don't wake up and do the situation by people changing their voices, how they want to spend the time watching television, they'll have to wake up to it. One other big thing, which is not been really thought about, is obviously the monopoly of live TV. It's something that is really needs to be addressed by either Parliament or individuals who can just say, well, it's not right that, like I said, the live monopoly, the live television monopoly still exists with the BBC having that right for you to have to pay them for the privilege of watching Sky, BT Sport, Virgin, other internet providers who are doing broadcast television. It's no right, they've no right really to have this monopoly anymore in the terms of so many people streaming these days. It's not really feasible anymore, and the right thing that they can get away with, people won't do it. As I said, it's up to you, the public, who can make these changes. I mean, I'm just a small YouTube channel, maybe getting up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm nobody, really. You know, I'm just putting my point of view across, and thank you all for helping me on the channel, making the channel grow. Thanks everybody who's made me sort of get to 1,000. I thank everybody to sort of get to that situation. It's been a hard slog because you know, it's not been easy to do it, because it takes a lot of time to do things and try and get things right and get the facts right for people to make on a judgment on what you're doing when you've got a camera and a phone and, you know, putting things on YouTube. You try and make it either interesting or correct, or trying to get people to engage with you. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it doesn't always work, but I hope that, you know, I've helped. Say I've come up to 350,000 people who've watched my channel. I mean, even that amount of people, I get it to a million people have watched my channel, you know, 1 million people. In that situation, maybe I've made a difference to 1 million people to make them out about the TV license. So in my way, I've done my small bit to change the situation with the BBC licensing. Not the BBC programmes, the way it's funded. That's the main thing on my channel. And thanks everybody who's helped me on this journey, this quest. Thanks everybody who's done it, you know, because it's hopefully under the 50 people, and I've achieved 1,000, and I thank everybody, and thanks very much for helping me on that journey. Of course, nothing's going to change with me whether I reach that goal the next couple of months or whatever I do, because it's still going to be the same myself doing what I want to do on my channel, is to try and make people understand how simple it is to become license free. That's what it's about, folks. You becoming license free, like me, you know. And if that suits you, fair enough. I mean, all the way along, I've never had anything against the BBC as what it is. But what I'm trying to say, the way they've been funding it over the years now, it's just out of date and needs to change. And of course, that's what it's about, folks. It needs to change. It needs to change, folks. It really does. The light's gone out there. I don't know why, but the light of the car, the sun's gone down. The sun, where's the sun gone? Oh God. Anyway, you don't want to see my face anyway. But yeah, so what I'm trying to say to you is, whichever way you look at it, the TV license is out of date. it's out of date, folks. The sun's very bright there in the southern part. This is the summer coming now, coming or spring. As I say, folks, whichever way you look at it, the BBC needs to change, and I'm just doing a small bit to make it change. Nothing against the BBC if people work there or anybody. I mean, there's one or two people obviously have gone stepped over the mark, like this Hugh Edwards and stuff like that, you know, and Jimmy Savile stuff and all the rest of it. That needs to move on from that. You know, you can't keep going over things like this. And BBC, that's what they need. They need to change a new licence situation where they're going to be getting another licence situation funding. That's got to go in the next couple of years by 2027. But it's only you, the public, I'm afraid. It's just you, the public, that have the power. It's politicians are not going to be interested. Both parties, whoever's been in power over the years, they've always used the BBC as a political mouthpiece or whatever you want to call it, and good for good or bad or whatever. So, and it's you, the public, who just don't want to watch anymore. That's entirely up to you. We're not living in Russia. Your choice. That's what it is, folks. It's your choice. And that's what I'm doing. It's your choice, enlightening you and describing it here, and just letting you know that you've got the choice, folks. That's what the choice is. It's your choice, what you want to do. So thank you for subscribing to the channel, helping me getting some crunchy nut. It's great, you know, and that's what it's about, helping me get some crunchy nut. It'd be great. Anyway, folks, I will see you on the next one. Bye for now. Thanks again.